And there's more news from Pakistan, in fact. The economic crisis is worsening by the day. Manufacturers are shutting shop, factories are winding up operations, imports are stranded at sea, and Pakistan has gone bankrupt. Not my words. This is what their defense minister said.
आपने सुना होगा डिफॉल्ट हो रहा है या दिवालिया हो रहा है या मेल्टडाउन हो रहा है वो हो चुका हुआ है कि जो हमारे मुल्क के इस वक्त हालात है हम दिवालिया मुल्क के रहने वाले हैं.
Quite a candid admission by Khwaja Asif there. He called Pakistan a bankrupt country. There are many telltale signs of this meltdown. Look at the auto sector. Car sales have crashed, down by 65% in January compared to the same period last year. This is the lowest in almost 3 years. Car maker Suzuki has been on a rough ride in Pakistan. In the past 2 months, Suzuki has had to shut its plant 5 times. In the past 6 months, the plant has remained shut for about 40 days. The latest shutdown could last beyond tomorrow. What's the reason behind the shutdowns? The company says a constant shortage of parts and components is to blame for this. Then we have the Indus Motor Company. It manufactures Toyota vehicles in Pakistan. Just this month, it had to shut down its plant for 2 weeks. The reason? The company faces major hurdles in importing raw materials. It says banks are not helping. They're not giving clearances for its consignments to be imported. And why are Pakistan's banks making life so difficult for manufacturers? You see, the Pakistani rupee is depreciating in value against the US dollar. $1 roughly equals 261 Pakistani rupees now. The depreciating value of Pakistani currency has made imports very expensive because global trade takes place largely in American dollars. Pakistan's automobile sector is in peril, and the people are the ones bearing the cost. Do you know how many people have lost their jobs because of these shutdowns? Around 300,000 Pakistanis who were directly or indirectly involved with the automobile sector now have no jobs. Next, we come to the mobile phone makers. Reports say major multinational players have halted their operations. Why? Because these companies do not own enough dollars to send to their head offices. Again, Pakistan's negligible forex reserves are to blame for this. Dollars are the new gold in Pakistan, and they're facing a real shortage of it. The impact has been wide-ranging. I'll give you an example. Pakistan's Drug Regulatory Authority is getting a lot of letters these days. Pharma companies say they cannot continue production. Not one or two. Over 3 dozen pharma companies say they don't have raw materials to make medicines. In fact, there's a whole list of companies that have either shut down or slowed down their operations in Pakistan. And these companies belong to a variety of sectors, from agriculture to pharma to even furniture. So Pakistan's manufacturing sector is taking a big hit, and 2 main reasons for that: no raw materials and low demand. Let me explain how this works. Pakistan is running critically low on forex reserves. That's foreign exchange. You need this money to import goods and services. In Pakistan, forex reserves have shrunk to just about $3 billion. That won't even cover imports for 3 weeks. So they don't have money. What do? They curb imports, and the result is this: containers are stranded at sea and at ports. These containers carry raw materials. The raw materials that manufacturers need, the raw materials that factories need, they're stuck. And the factories are not getting them, so they can't produce their goods. Then we have the low demand. Inflation is sky high in Pakistan. Everything is very expensive. So even if manufacturers make the goods, who is going to buy them? Citizens are struggling to get essentials. Milk costs more than 250 rupees a litre. Chicken costs almost 800 rupees. These are basic necessities. They now become luxuries in Pakistan, a luxury which many people can't seem to afford.
We have to skip meals now. Sometimes we don't have lunch. Other times we don't have breakfast. We used to feed our children a proper diet, but not now. I now cook chicken only once a month. My children want to eat biryani, but we can't afford it.
Amid all of this, Pakistan decided to send aid to Turkey. The world should be praising this noble gesture, but it isn't. Do you know why? Because Pakistan again tried to pull a fast one. Last year, it suffered severe floods. The world sent aid. Turkey also sent aid to Pakistan. And here is what they've done. Pakistan has repackaged Turkish humanitarian aid and sent it back to Ankara. Pakistan's own consignments have exposed it. The outer packaging says this is Pakistani aid, but the boxes inside say that the material has been sent by Turkey. And this comes just days after the Pakistani Prime Minister was told not to visit the quake-hit country. one embarrassment after another for Pakistan.